You are the one with the pen. No one else has the pen besides you. No one else can write your story besides you.
You are now tuning in to the Roughnecks podcast with your host, Cole Nixon. Much love.
One last thing before we get into today's episode. A lot of people ask how they can support the podcast. Well, I have a couple easy ways. The first way is just listen and subscribe. And another thing you can do is go follow the Roughnecks podcast on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube as well. If you get something out of today's show, then do me a favor, share it with a friend. If you really want to go above and beyond to support the podcast, then head over to roughneckspodcast.com and get you some of that merch. I appreciate all of the support, but let's get into today's episode.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Roughnecks podcast. It is an early morning. I kind of reworked my episode, and I'm recording it at 5 o'clock in the morning for you guys. I just had a lot of things. I kind of been wondering what exactly I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I got some stuff. This is episode 94, which makes that Fast Friday number 5. Tell me what you guys think of Fast Fridays, to be honest. Do you guys like them at 3 o'clock? Do you guys even like Fast Friday at all? I want to know your guys' honest opinions of what you guys think of it. So, shoot me a message or comment on the post, whatever, and let me know what you guys think of Fast Friday. And if you're a Fast Friday listener, do me a favor and text me, message me, comment. I want to know who my Fast Friday listeners are. I know there's a select handful of you that listen every Friday. So tell me who you are, and I might just do a little something special for you. But you guys know how Fast Friday works. Announcements. This weekend is Easter weekend. So what you need to do is you need to go over to roughneckspodcast.com on Sunday and order yourself some Roughnecks merch. If you use the discount code BUNNY, BUNNY, you will get $5 off your order, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's $5. $5 off your order, and yeah. I have some new merch in the works. I'm actually wearing one of these shirts right now. I got an order in yesterday of some sample stuff. Love how it looks, but if you guys have any ideas for new merch, why don't you send them over to me? Text me, message me on Instagram or Twitter or wherever you use social media. Shoot me a message, and I would love to have guest ideas from you guys. I want to know what you guys want because I'm making this stuff for you guys, not for me. I can make my own stuff and get my own stuff. I'm making this for you guys. Q&A Friday questions. We are coming up on episode 100. Still not exactly sure what to do. What do you guys think I should do for episode 100? I've asked this. I want to know. I need to know something. I want to do something like badass, like have like Joe Rogan on. That's not gonna happen, but that'd be really something. I want to do something cool. I will have those limited edition stickers. There will be probably, I think I'm gonna go with 15 of them. Most likely. So we'll have 15 of those total. But still be sending in your Q&A Friday questions. Send those emails or send those questions over to the email at roughneckspodcast@gmail.com. Be sending those over, and I will sort through them and get to them with a guest. We will answer them. If you guys don't know what Q&A Friday is, go check out episode 90, and you'll kind of get the gist for what it is, or episode 80 or episode 70. But I think that's all the announcements I have. I have a big announcement coming soon, but not yet. So let's get in to the episode today. I want to talk about something that's kind of I've been thinking about it, and it's like the question I want to ask is, what is holding you back? What is we all have something that's holding us back. I do, you do, your mom does, your brother does, your sister does, your best friend does. What is it that's holding you back? Don't worry about what's holding them back. What is holding you back? And I saw something and it hit home, and it is true. What's holding all of us back is the story. Everybody has a story. If you're like, well, why haven't you done it? Everybody starts talking and has a story, has an excuse essentially for why this didn't happen, why I'm not out west, why, because I have like what's holding me. I had after I got done recording episode 90 with Robbie, he was like, let me ask you something. Why aren't you doing this? And I was like, I like paused because I was like, but, why am I not? Now, the money does play factors in a lot of people's situations, but like you can't also let that be the factor that holds you back because if you're not truly then if you're not working towards that, if you're not, you know, if you're working a job that you don't like, but you're like, well, you want to start a business and you're like, that costs money, but you're not taking the money from that job and working towards that, then what are you doing anything for? You don't truly want to do that if that's the case. But everyone has a story. So we all have a story for why we can't do this or that. And, some of us are like, oh, we give the sob story. Everybody loves a comeback. We live in a country that loves the comeback story, loves the downfall to the success. And then, like, I get it, but like, we got to quit talking about how bad we have it. We got to quit making these stories for ourselves. Like some people, it is okay for some of us to just climb to the top. Yes, we all have setbacks. That's okay. But what I'm saying is we don't all need this miraculous comeback story. Stop trying to create one. We need to write our own story because I think we're forgetting that this is our story. Stop trying to replay somebody else's story. Stop trying to let other people write your story for you. The pen is in your hand. You are the one with the pen. No one else has the pen besides you. No one else can write your story besides you. You can't let others write your story for you. You got to take the pen out of their hands and say, fuck you. This is my book. Go be in your book. You can be a page in my book. That's fine. If you want to be a page in my book, that certain people can be pages in my book. But this is my book. This isn't about you. This is about me. You got to grab the bull by the horns. You got to take control of it. You got to take control of your story. Your story, it's your story, no one else's. Stop. That's what I'm really trying to stress here. This, we are living our story. You are writing your story. Stop letting other people write it for us. You're going to have, and you might have to go back in your story that you already have wrote and rip out some of those pages that involve that other people wrote for you. And what that means is you might have to go back and heal. You might have to go back and the pages that other people wrote for you, that the ones that suck reading, you don't want to read them. But if it's still in the book, you're reading it over and over again. And guess what? You're not actually healing from it. You guys see where I'm going with this? You can't sit here and sulk over something that happened time and time and time and time again. You can't go back, and it's just like having, the pictures of the old girlfriend on your phone or boyfriend on your phone, and you go back all the time and you see them, and then you get sad and you wonder why you still miss them, even though it's been 9 months. You have to delete those pictures. You have to rip those pages out of the book because those pages, they were a learning lesson, but they don't matter anymore. Get rid of them. Move on. You have to heal. because what you're doing when you rip those pages out of the book, things like that, when you rip that old relationship out of the book, when you rip that the time you lost your job out of the book, when you rip all of that out. I'm not saying forget about them because they are lessons that are valuable lessons, but what you have to do is realize when you rip those pages out of the book, you are allowing yourself to start writing your own story. And that is what we are trying to do here. That is what we're trying to do in our life. Stop letting other people write your story. Don't let your book of life be someone else's book. Don't let someone else write the autobiography on you, or don't let somebody else write the biography on you. Be the one to write your own book. Write your own biography. I'm not saying you can't have help, and I'm not saying other people aren't going to pitch into your book, but the bulk of this book, if it's not about you, if your story is not mostly about you, then what are you doing? You're living through someone else or allowing someone else to live through you. That's all I got today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. I hope you guys get after it this weekend. Do something productive this weekend. I know it's Easter weekend and we're gonna stuff our faces, visit family, whatever you guys do, but do something productive. One little thing. I don't care what it is. I want you to get one task accomplished this weekend. Get after it. Have a happy and safe Easter. I will see you guys on Monday with another episode from a couple goofy fellows. But until then, you guys know the deal. Life is hard. It's going to knock you down just like a bull does to a bull rider. Don't let the bull of life walk all over you. Get up, grab the bull by the horns, and take control of your life. Roughnecks out.
Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Roughnecks podcast. If you liked today's episode, then be sure to subscribe, rate, and review, and share it with a friend if you got some value from it. Head over to social media and follow the Roughnecks podcast on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Don't forget to get you some of that merch by heading over to roughneckspodcast.com and subscribe to the newsletter while you're there. See y'all next week. Roughnecks out.